Morning everybody, welcome to Up and At It with Bill and Denise. So the other day I plugged in the vacuum and it wasn't running, and so I was like, well, did we pop a circuit? So I went and checked the circuit breakers and nothing was popped. Came back and jiggled the plug a little bit and in the outlet, and the vacuum came on. So I'm thinking I might have a loose wire in here, so I'm going to take this apart, kind of take you along as I do that and see what we can find out and get it fixed. So I'm just going to show you what it's doing. We'll turn the fan on. Just turn the fan on, nothing's happening, but if I jiggle this cord, then the fan will come on. So obviously we have an issue with this outlet. So let me move the fan out of the way. And safety first, we want to make sure that we've shut the power off to this outlet. But I'm not sure which circuit in the box controls this outlet. So I'm going to do a little investigating. This deal here is called a circuit detective. So you plug that in here, then we take this over to the circuit breaker panel, run it down, and it'll tell us which circuit to shut off, so that we're sure I don't light up my life. So we're going to remove this painting because that's how we hide the box, so we don't have to stare at it. And we'll just open this up, and then we're going to take the receiver and turn it on, and we're just going to run it down the breakers until you hear it right there, and it's number 9 is where it's telling us. So we're going to shut number 9 down, and then we'll go back to the outlet. We'll double check to make sure the power is in fact off to it, and then tear it apart and see. There's a couple different ways to make sure that this isn't, the light on here had gone out, but we know the outlet is messed up, so we don't want to really trust that. One is this is a outlet tester. Nothing's coming on there. You can get these at any hardware store. And then there's the old style, just putting these probes in, and it'll tell you, this one will tell you, what the voltage is. And I'm not getting anything there. Or you can get yourself one of these, which it'll beep if there's any power coming to this. And right now I'm not getting any kind of signal. So we're going to just go ahead and get into this and see what we got. Switch to the Phillips head. I'll go ahead and pull the outlet out. I have a feeling that might be our issue right there. That white wire is loose. You see the rest of these. So both of the white wires are loose. So I'm going to assume that that's what the issue is. And again, I'm just being on the safe side. And if there was any kind of power coming into this would be beeping, and it's not. So I'm sure that I'm good. And so I'm gonna just see that wire's completely out. So this was not making a good connection at all. So you can pop these wires out, and I wonder if I can pop this back in. and that'll just be the, and I don't see it's going to go back in. So you can release the wires out of here. There is a little kind of tab, or you have to have a tool small enough to get in there to do it. The pointy end. And I always like to, when I pull wires out like this, is just to is to point them in the direction. So these two wires are on the bottom, two plug-ins, and then these two are up top. So what I'm gonna try to do here, because the outlet itself seems to be fine, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and just twist them right onto the screw terminals, which obviously, if there's an issue with this plug in the future, it just makes it easier. I don't have to pull it out and do the tabs. You can push them in like they were, but obviously that created a problem in this case. So I'm going to do the bottom ones first. There we go. Just ended up stripping just a hair more wire off here. More to go. I'm going to strip a little more wire. I should have probably done that on the other two, but I'm just going to strip a little bit more. Just a hair more, not much. There we go. And you're just looking to make a little bit of a J, basically. So you can get around that terminal. A little bit more of a turn on there. Just tighten that down. Alright, so we got the outlet out of the push-in terminals and onto the terminals, the screw terminals, which I prefer. And so what I'm going to do before I put this all in, I'm going to go hit the circuit, and we're going to plug this in and see what happens. There we go. You can jiggle it around, it's not doing anything. Pull this. So the other thing I like to do is just run some electrical tape around this. And some people say not to do it. I've done it. I know plenty of people who have much more knowledge in the area that do it. I think it just helps keep it from, anything arcing or anything like that. It's a plastic box, but I still just prefer to do it that way. So we'll push this back in, hopefully. There we go. We get our screws. Goes with that. And get this thing back together. Okay. Now, the other thing, just a helpful tip, is I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm just going to put a 9 on there. And that way, next time if I ever have to work on this again, I pull this off, I already know what circuit I need to shut off to be safe. We'll just get that on. And there we go. And again, just double check. I got 2 lights, that's good. Got 2 lights, that's good. This outlet is now safe. And that's it. So the tools to do this are pretty simple. Screwdriver, a roll of electrical tape, a Sharpie to mark the outlet so that you know which circuit to shut off next time, wire stripper, and some way to test the outlet, whether it's this, which will tell you have an open ground or an open neutral, or it's, or just a simple voltage tester that'll let you know that, hey, there is power, there's not power, or this, which is a no contact, which you just have to get it near it and it'll let you know whether or not there's power to that outlet or to whatever electrical fixture you're working on. And then again, the circuit detective deal has come in real handy, especially up at our cabin where I was able to, well, I still actually have to do it. I was able to check a couple of things. I just haven't done the full box yet up there. So highly recommend, if your box isn't labeled, that you do get it labeled. It just makes things easier. And again, just writing on the inside of the outlet cover, what circuit. So that's basically, was a quick job. And fortunately it was an easy fix. Thanks for joining me as I fixed this outlet, and thankfully it was a simple fix. So hopefully you found it informative. And again, you don't need a lot of tools, fancy tools, to fix this particular problem. So just a little bit of know-how and safety. Just make sure you shut the power off to whatever fixture you're working on so that you don't shock yourself. If you're not comfortable doing it, then certainly call a professional and have them do it for you. But again, something anyone can do. So we hope that you found this informative. So we would greatly appreciate it if you would hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. And we will continue to try to put out content for you as we take you along our journey as we get up and at it. Thanks everyone for joining us. God bless. And go Lions.